Part two. First of all, I want to go down the list and actually thank a lot of people on TikTok, around the world, YouTube, social media sites that are no longer afraid to tell their story and come out and tell their story about what happened. Not caring about retaliation, hate crime, cyberbullying, just wanting justice. You guys make me stronger to want to keep on fighting and to keep on going. And no matter what comes of it or how many people see this video, I know that I'm speaking my truth. I know that I got black and white to prove it. I know I got videos to prove it. I know that I'm fighting this fight for a reason. And I just keep thinking back to that night, January 23rd, 2022. God told me that night that I was going to live. Sorry about that. I had a phone call. But anyways, like I said, I want to thank a lot of people on TikTok and social media sites that make it very stand-up-ish and powerful to keep on continuing to fight. It's just so many different events that I have been going through for these last few years, and now it's all of a sudden making sense as far as me looking at the actual black and white and seeing how powerful these people can be who have authority over you, and how powerful they can be to put you somewhere where you don't want to be without the right information. And sometimes we as black people, minority people, we don't want to see the truth. We just don't want to deal with it. So we accept what they dish out to us without looking at the evidence. Now, this is for my sisters and my brothers going through something who's got family members locked up. I'm going to tell you right now, even if they locked up and they sentenced, if I were you, I would get the feds involved. I would go all the way back, get paperwork trail, videos, body cameras, metadata files. That gives you everything that has ever been deleted. Everything that you ever wrote, every email that you ever wrote, every phone call that you ever made, everything that you've ever done in your life while in those jails. You see, we don't pay attention or trip off of or think about what authority figures can really do to us. We don't think that if we go to jail, the officers are gonna beat us so bad they're gonna try to kill us or pin cases on us, or we don't think about those things, like, right? Because they're supposed to be there for us, to fight for us. If I didn't ever have the opportunity to experience any of these things that I'm going through right now, I never would have understood just how powerful these people can be if you allow them to. Yes, I have a criminal background. Yes, I have a drug addiction past. Yes, I was an unfit mom. But does that make me a bad person? No. I just wanted to share these stories with y'all and give you these timelines and start showing my evidence, because I'm no longer afraid if anything happens to me. These people in the authority figures in the government system did it. The sheriff department, the police department, the Boone County Jail. I literally cannot fathom. If nothing ever happened, why did you make an incident report? And then the incident report you made is so ridiculous. Like, I had shackles on my hands and my feet. I kicked an officer. There's no name. My picture is different. That's not what I had on. My hair was not like that. You forged my name. I don't sign my name like that. And I can merch that. If it wasn't for me getting the metadata files and filing a lawsuit and having the feds come in and investigate, I don't believe that any of this would have been ever looked at. It would have been overlooked. Like, literally, I'm looking at a prior and persistent going to trial for a child endangerment, and now they telling me the camera wasn't working that day. The police department is telling me that the camera wasn't working that day. To across the street to the post office. But it's 5 cameras. And I got a body camera of the officer rewinding the video. Not once, but twice. You can clearly see it's across the street to the post office. And he goes in there and tells my sister, like, we just got word. You guys beat on her and kidnapped her kid. This could be a self-defense on her behalf. So why did you delete or destroy or come up with this misconstrued as story trying to pin a case on me? Not only that, another officer, the next day after I was released from the child endangerment, he took pictures of my bruise. I got the body camera. She's taking pictures of my bruises and never put them in the file. And then I start thinking, and I'm looking. I start thinking, God dang, I got locked up January 23rd, 2022. The same night they beat me at Quick Trip on Clark Lane. Now, mind you, yeah, I tore that store down, but not that bad. I remember what I had on. I remember what I looked like. I remember what I had. I remember what my hair looked like. I'm not confused. I wasn't traumatized. Like, what? I wasn't having... maybe I was having a mental breakdown, but I wasn't confused. I was angry, but I wasn't confused. You see, that night I had a conversation with the officers 30 minutes prior to them coming to arrest me at the same Quick Trip. Told them I had just won one of my settlements and I'm on Bitcoin and I'm finna sue the fuck out of them and I'm finna own Columbia Police Department. Like, I'm going off on them. I'm telling them da-da-da-da-da-da, and they leave me alone. They let me go. Just get off the property. I don't leave. I was so high. I relapsed 3 days prior from being clean 5 years. And that was because I lost custody of my kids. So when I lost custody of my kids, I thought it was over. I'm on one. I don't give a fuck about nothing. I don't care about shit. Let's get it. Crack it. The fuck? Fuck it. Now, mind you, I keep on telling people, listen, that night I felt like a Power Ranger, a superhero. I felt so strong I could pick up a car and throw that bitch at you. Pick your house up, bitch, and throw that motherfucker across the ocean. I had so much strength, nothing that I went through that night did a thing to me. I literally had a fight that night. It wasn't even a fight. Like, she swung, she missed. It was 2 people in front of us. I grabbed her by her hair, had her pinned in the bed, but I had so much strength. I had so much strength that night. It was unbelievable. I had on little, thin ass clothes. I can't remember if it was a black and white. If it was a bodysuit or a 2-piece. But I know it wasn't that picture that's on my police report. I ain't do that. That's not me. I took that picture a long time ago, but that's not when I took that picture. And I'm sitting over here and I'm contemplating and I'm thinking about all the things that I'm going through, and I just sit up here and that night, that child endangerment, that night of the Quick Trip incident, the officer said that I ripped out $10,000 worth of lottery tickets and knocked over a cash register. That's a federal offense. Stay tuned for part 3.